Question number 96. Which one of the following elements helps in photolysis of water and to maintain anion-cation balance in cells? First option boron, second chlorine, third manganese, fourth potassium. The element which helps in photolysis of water as well as to maintain anion-cation balance in cells. Photolysis of water means the splitting of water during the photosynthesis. So, during photolysis of water, manganese and chlorine both are required, but potassium and boron are not required. So, these options are ruled out. Now, to maintain anion-cation balance too, only chlorine can maintain anion-cation balance, not the manganese. Hence, this option is also ruled out. So, the correct option for the given question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 97. Select the correct set of non-mineral essential elements. First option carbon, chlorine, nitrogen. Second carbon, hydrogen, boron. Third carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Fourth hydrogen, oxygen and chlorine. So the correct set of non-mineral essential elements. Please pay attention over here. They should be non-mineral, means they should be obtained from air or atmosphere, not from the soil. So carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, these are the non-mineral essential elements which are obtained from air or atmosphere, not from the soil. So the correct option for the given question is option number 3. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 98. It is very interesting question. On the basis of the RQ values, the respiratory quotient values, arrange the given respiratory substrates in descending order. A. Glucose. B. Oxalic acid. C. Tripalmitin. D. Protein. First of all, you should know about the RQ values of these given respiratory substrates. If you remember from your classroom teaching that what is the RQ value of glucose? For carbohydrates, the RQ value is 1. Tripalmitin is a fatty acid, and for fat, the RQ value is less than 1, and that is 0.7. Protein, for proteins the RQ value is 0.9, and for oxalic acids, it's an organic acid. For organic acids the RQ value is more than 1, and particularly for oxalic acid it is 4. So the maximum RQ value is of B, that is oxalic acid. So these two options are ruled out, followed by A, so this option is also ruled out, and then D, protein, and then C, which is a fat. So the correct option for the given question is option number 1. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 99. Read the given statements and choose the correct option. A. Yeasts poison themselves to death when the concentration of alcohol reaches about 10%. B. During glucose activation phase of glycolysis, 2 ATP are consumed. First option only A is correct. Second only A is incorrect. Third both A and B are correct. Fourth both A and B are incorrect. See these statements. First is yeast poison themselves to death when the concentration of alcohol reaches about 10%. Yeast perform alcoholic fermentation when during the fermentation the concentration of alcohol reaches about 13%. Yeast poison themselves to death. So it is 13%, not the 10%. Hence you can see the naturally fermented beverages can have maximum alcohol concentration, that is 13%. It cannot reach beyond 13%. So this statement is incorrect. What about the B statement? During glucose activation phase of glycolysis, which is also known as preparatory phase of glycolysis, which results in formation of 2 triose sugars, 2 ATP are consumed. Yes, it is true. When you start glycolysis from glucose up to the formation of DHAP and PGAL, this phase is called preparatory phase or the glucose activation phase of glycolysis, in which 2 ATP molecules are consumed. So this is correct. So the correct option for the given question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 100. Identify the wrong statements. A. There are 3 steps in Krebs cycle where NAD plus is reduced to NADH plus H plus. B. Krebs cycle starts with the condensation of acetyl group with fumaric acid to yield citric acid. C. Cytochrome C is a small mobile carrier protein which transfers protons between complex 3 and 4. D. In glycolysis, glucose undergoes partial oxidation and at the end produces 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. First option B, C and D. Second B and C only. Third A, B and C. Fourth C and D only. So in this particular question you have to identify the wrong statement. See one by one. A. There are 3 steps in the Krebs cycle where NAD plus is reduced to NADH plus H plus. So during the complete oxidation of food, there is one step called the Krebs cycle where reduction of NAD plus to NADH plus H plus takes place. So this is the Krebs cycle. This is the diagrammatic representation of Krebs cycle from your NCRT where NAD plus is reduced to NADH plus H plus at 3 steps. So this statement is correct. B. Krebs cycle starts with the condensation of acetyl group with fumaric acid. No, you can see here this condensation of acetyl group with oxaloacetic acid leads to the production of citric acid. There will be no condensation of acetyl group with the fumaric acid. It will be condensation of acetyl group with the OOA to yield the citric acid. Hence, this statement is incorrect. C. Cytochrome C is a small mobile carrier protein which transfers protons between complex 3rd and 4th. During ETS, you must have seen that there is a cytochrome which is called cytochrome C, which is a small mobile carrier protein, but it transfers electrons between complex 3rd and 4th, not the protons. Hence, this statement is incorrect. D. In glycolysis, glucose undergoes partial oxidation at the end produces 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. This is also true. So the correct statements are A and D and the incorrect ones are B and C. So the correct option for the given question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question.